Yes, that's right. This is my second day of learning how to paint with watercolors. Last time it was horrible, but today I have a plan. I will paint a car, and not any car, but a rally car from the new upcoming game Assetto Corsa Rally specifically. Here you can see what I will be using today, so it will be the watercolors, some pen and rubber, and yes, I already have my hand dirty, because I can't use these. The next thing I will be using today is this rubber, specifically this small or narrow rubber, or I don't know how would you say it. And the most important thing today are these two fine liners, specifically 0.4 and 0.7, and of course some water. Okay, so let's begin. I found my picture on Google, so I will just now do what I usually do, which is I set up the guidelines with my pencil and start to drawing. You will see time-lapse here of what I have done. Okay, so now, as some of you may know, this is my favorite time, the fine liner time. I would say for me this is the most rewarding process of all of this, when you don't count the painting, but as you will see, the painting is maybe not that good as I hope for, but that's what we are here for, yeah? This is the day 2 of learning how to paint with watercolors, so we can't expect anything too good. Okay, so I started with the most obviously easy thing that you can do, just for my ego, and then I went for the front of the car, which is I think the hardest part, because there are too many things, and yeah, it was really long time to draw all of this. I didn't know how to draw the lights specifically, but I figured I just do some light lines over it and it will look like these are the lines. I don't know, I don't know actually how the lines on the lights are called, so we will leave it at that. Next thing, I went for the outline of the car, and then I just finished the rest. I really thought about how to make the interior of the car, because it needs to be lighter, or there needs to be lighter lines, so it looks like it's behind a glass. Yeah, that was the thing that I struggled with most, even with drawing and even in painting in the last part of this process. But all things considered, I really enjoyed this one, so if you want to see me draw something you would like, write it in the comments and I will draw it in the next time. But let's get back to this car. The most frustrating thing in this picture was drawing the background, because I really didn't know how to do it. So when fine lining the whole art, I just like put a basic, really basic shadow, or no, not a shadow, basic outline, yeah, basic outline of the grass and sky and the bushes and trees. Oh, there are no trees in this picture, so just the bushes, ground and so on. The most easy thing was the ground, the sand. It was really easy, but I used really too much water, as I did yesterday, so that's something to work on. Yeah, the one thing I would want to draw in future will be rain, or like when you see the car in rally drawing through some turn and it's raining and it's muddy, but I really don't know how to do it, so I think I will need to learn that. Yeah, this will be really good when I do. Okay, so now the painting process. This is the part that took me the longest time. I did it like for I don't even know how many hours, but I don't think it's justified, because it doesn't look that good for 4, 5, 6 hours. I don't know how many hours I painted that, but it was a long time, yeah. So I started with the easiest thing, and it was putting the car in red. It was the most satisfying part, except for the lining, because it was just the easiest and it came together perfectly. And I thought in that moment, yeah, I think good. I think I could do that. I think I can do this whole picture like this, and it will be great. But yeah, then came the shading, which is something I think it's really easy with watercolors, because you can mix whatever color you want. This is the main part why I started with watercolors, because you can mix whatever color you like, you want to paint with, and so on. So I really was looking forward to this part, but it didn't came out as good as I thought. Maybe it was because I looked too much on the picture, and maybe I should just focus more on from which direction is the light coming from, and which part I should really make darker and lighter, and so on. So that's something I will fix in the next picture. Then came the background, and yeah, I really didn't know how to make the bushes, because first it was too light, then it was too dark, then and in the end, on the paper it looks a little bit better, but on the photo it all blends together. Yeah, so you can't see any details. So that's something that I should fix in the next thing, really, too. Then I painted the sky. That was really bad mistake. I should have painted the sky first and then paint the bushes over it, because of course when I tried to paint close to the bushes, I of course repainted, or the paint which the bushes were colored went into the painting stage again, and it blended with the sky. So yeah, that doesn't look really great. But then was the fun part, and that was the interior. This is the thing I dreaded the entire process to paint, because I really don't know how to do it, and I think I somewhat did it, but yeah, I really tried to paint it really light, so it looks it's behind a glass, which it does. Yeah, but one thing I am thinking about now is that I should have added some light reflections on the glass itself. That maybe would have helped, but if you have any suggestions how to make this picture better, write it in the comments. I would be really glad. So yeah, any advice is appreciated. So yeah, thank you. But yeah, here you can see the final picture. It looks somewhat good. Yeah, it is my best watercolor painting yet, that's for sure. Is it my best drawing or painting or whatever? No, it isn't actually, but it's really great for watercolors, and I am really looking forward to learn more and try to do it again with another picture, another car, or another thing that you will suggest in the comments. And see you in the next one.